Alright, we're here for the last match with McCluskey's Jeskai Tokens deck on the die roll. Let's take a look at our opener. And a pretty solid start here. Turn 2 Jace or Lightning Strike is great on the play. And Treasure Cruise to follow it up is going to be awesome. I will say that Jace has felt really good. I don't know if you guys saw Robert Vaughn's Sultai control deck from the Sarcy Game Center Open in Richmond this past weekend. I played him in the top 8 and I was very impressed by the Jaces in his deck. He was a control deck, so he had a lot of control elements to, or like a lot of removal and counter spells and stuff to actually keep his Jace alive, and a lot of very proactive things to -3 and to cast. But Satyr Wayfinder was also a way to turbocharge that too, which was cool. Well, let's start out here with a Scryland. The second red could help us cast the Stoke the Flames, but I don't think I'm in a huge rush to do that right now, so we're going to bottom that and just look for an Ascendancy or a token generator. Looks like we got another Abzan deck on the way. We can get a little aggressive here with Seeker over Jace. I think I like that. Like, obviously you want to get Jace online quickly, but against Abzan, if he has a slower draw, the Seeker could deal him a reasonable amount of damage. And Mountain from left field. Okay, well. And we drew a coming to play tap land. That's good. So now we can Jace tap land and have all of our mana. Man. Sandstep and a Mountain. Wonder what it could be. Some sort of weird deck. Probably a Crackling Doom, Butcher the Horde type deal. Maybe he's got some Rhinos. Maybe he's got some Coursers. I guess we'll find out. Could just be like a Naya deck splashing Crackling Doom or something. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and crack my Flutterstrand here. That way there's never going to be a point where he can respond to me cracking fetch, and I can always stoke regardless. Like if he has Boblight or something in response to me fetching, that's kind of bad. Okay, well, I don't much care about that. Like, obviously it makes my Stoke the Flames uncastable this turn, but I'm not too worried about that. Probably just going to cast Treasure Cruise this turn. Attack. Maybe not. Maybe I'll cast Hordling Outburst instead, since it looks like he's on the mono removal plan. Can always wait a turn, I suppose, to cast Treasure Cruise. Yeah, drawing back-to-back Hordling Outburst against a deck with a ton of removal is awesome. Especially when it's likely all spot removal and little to no sweepers. Alright, so he's making me discard. I'm going to discard Lightning Strike. Hopefully he doesn't make me discard these last two. Alright, we want to keep... I think we want to keep Jace. Maybe just Jace. But I guess we can keep Jace and a Hordling Outburst. That way, if we draw a Notified Command or another Jace, we can do one or the other. I guess I should have done it for one less in case I drew untapped land and a 2-drop. But like I said, the tension between Treasure Cruise and the graveyard-based cards in this deck are a little odd. It makes picking the right one much more difficult, and sometimes you can even pick the quote-unquote right amount to delve, or delve the right cards or whatever, and it end up being wrong just based on what you draw off the Treasure Cruise. Not really a ton you can do about it. Alright, so Scryland. I think I just want Treasure Cruises, or I mean, spell's a spell, right? But basically at this point I just want more Treasure Cruises, possibly Jace. Ojutai's Command would be great, or Jeskai Ascendancy. Those are like the cards I'm just really digging for. Excuse me. Alright, so very heavy removal matchup. Crackle and Doom being in the deck means that Ojutai is probably bad. Rose is probably good. I assume he's got Siege Rhinos and maybe some other big creatures in the deck, so we're going to bring in, like, we're going to be more of a control strategy. I might actually even bring in Sphinx's Tutelage and just play the all control all the time role. I think we'll try that out. Let's go down to like 2 Ascendancies. I haven't been able to do this yet and I want to try it, so we're going to try it. Alright, we'll even 1 Secure the Waste to combo off with Jeskai Ascendancy. But yeah, actually Wild Slash is probably bad. Maybe we shouldn't go too crazy. Lightning Strike is probably bad too. So yeah, we'll just bring back in the Hordling Outburst. I do very often have only Hordling Outburst as the only token thing in my deck. So I'll just try this. Seeker is probably not phenomenal, but I think it's going to be decent since a lot of his removal is damage based, so it could end up being erased. So I don't want to board out too many Seekers, but if I'm being the control deck, I don't think Seeker is very good. Like his removal, he had a ton of removal, and Seeker is generally weak against a deck with that much removal. Excuse me. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy's deck some more. McCluskey. Or McCluskey, whatever. I don't even know if I said it right. So, the goods and the bads. The good part about this deck is that it's very low to the ground. It's got a very sleek curve to it with so many 2-drop creatures, with Jace, Seeker, Raise the Alarm, and the 1 Dragon Fodder. But the overall, the Ojutai's Command feel a little out of place just because it's a little slow. It's not exactly a good proactive spell. Like, yes, sometimes you can just cast it to get back a guy, draw a card when you have like Ascendancy going, but in a lot of those situations when I have Ascendancy going, all I want is a cheap spell, and it's kind of expensive. So that's like the reason why Treasure Cruise and Stoke the Flame are great in the deck, even though they are technically expensive cards, is that usually you can cast them either for free or for 1 mana. So they're a lot different, obviously, than something like Ojutai's Command. But not having answers to big creatures in the main deck seems a little off-putting to me, but so far hasn't been too much of an issue. If we have a good, normal Jeskai tokens draw, we're able to compensate for not having that removal. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to start off with the Jace here on 2, unless we get Thought Seized. Really hope this isn't Sylvan Caryatid. Might be. Ration Cleric. That's fine. We are A-okay with that one. Our Jace is probably not going to survive, but there's not a ton we can really do about it. We do have backup Jaces and Ojutai's Command to get them back, so if it does survive, that's awesome. That'll make our Treasure Cruises better later to be able to loot away stuff. We get to block his Ration Cleric too, which is a gassy number. Yep. No attack. That's odd. Oh, he's playing around Rabblemaster. That's actually pretty smart. We are going to hold up. We're not going to play Jeskai Ascendancy. We're going to hold up Valor Stance, and then next turn go for Ojutai's Command. I assume he's just going to play a big thing here. Okay, or not. If he doesn't play a big thing, then we just get to hold up Ojutai's Command next turn anyway. Yeah, him playing around Rabblemaster is actually pretty heads up here. I like where his head's at. Hopefully he plays some big monster. We get to counter a bring back Jace. I don't really want to do much of anything. He's not attacking. Like, a part of me really wants to stoke the flames of the Irration Cleric. I have no idea why. It just feels right. It just feels right. I don't know why. He's probably going to haunt us. He's going to play Butcher of the Horde, and we're going to run out of stuff. Just killing a Irration Cleric with a Stoke the Flames. Just feel real dumb. Like the reason, so there's a weird psychological thing to, if your opponent has something in play, you know, you're just, I'm compelled to kill it, right? Because I'm this control deck, but, I guess we can play Seeker and then try to use Stance to protect it. Could also just cast Ascendancy. I want to keep holding up for Oshai's command, though. I mean, the problem here is that he could just cast Elspeth, and then we're mostly dead. I think I'm just content to sit for now. If he doesn't cast anything this turn, I may just go ahead and Oshai's command to get back Jace and draw a card. I mean, I could just be... He could just have nothing. Now, if he has another removal spell, we still get to draw a card, so it's still a 2-for-1. And now we get to use our mana a lot more proactively instead of just sitting on our hands. I mean, we still have Stance and Roast to protect us from big stuff, but yeah, we're just going to cast Seeker and Jeskai Ascendancy. Try to get our beatdown on. If he taps out for Elspeth, we are probably going to lose, but we can maybe dig for some stuff. Can't cast Rhino off of all that. Oh, Utter End. That's fine. Alright, we'll cast Hordling Outburst. Next turn we'll cast another Ascendancy and maybe a Roast or something. If he plays a Drown in Sorrow, I'm probably going to use Valor Stance to keep my Seeker alive, since it's going to be our only form of pressure for the moment. Alright, that's likely a Den Protector. I think I'm okay doing Ascendancy plus Roast. It's going to let us get in for some damage here. We might get swept by a big spell next turn, but I'm assuming he's just going to like get back Utter End to kill Jeskai Ascendancy. But he may just go get back Lightning Strike right now, Lightning Strike the Seeker. That's going to leave us with Ascendancy and 3 tokens in play, which is awesome. Or Dramoka's command. Okay. That's really bad. Sphinx's Tutelage. Alright, we're going to pitch that one. Seems pretty bad right now. It would have been really good on like turn 3 or 4, I think. Although he did have Dramoka's command, so... Keep that Jace there, I suppose. Attack with all these duders. There's a pretty low life total here. We could just kill him off of burn spells from Treasure Cruise, but if this is Den Protector, he's just probably going to get back Dramoka's command, and then main phase fight and kill Seeker and put a counter on his guy while we're tapped out. Still won't be able to kill a Valor Stance, which kind of stinks, but he's only got one other card in hand. Okay, Lightning Strike, so that's good. Alright. So we have 8 cards in the yard, so I guess we can leave the Jace. In case we draw Ostracized Command. Or we already have a Jace, so maybe I'll just leave Stoke. Or Roast. Maybe I'll just leave Ostracized Command. And get back this Jace that's in... No, that's stupid. I'll just leave Stoke. It was actually a really good draw for us since we hit the Stoke the Flames. Because now if he just Dromoka's commands to fight the Jace, we can just kill his Dim Protector in response. He's playing pretty snug though. I guess we'll go ahead and loot, see what we get. Might just discard this Valor Stance depending on what we hit. The land, probably. We'll cast another Treasure Cruise. I should have left open a Shivan Reef instead of a Temple. Alright, we'll play Seeker, and now if he... Like, this might entice him to tap out, or to cast the Dromoka's command one more tapped out, and that'll let us stoke and kill his Den Protector. Looks like he's not really going for it, though. Ration Cleric, okay. Alright, discard this other tutelage, more than likely. I'm going to attack with the Seeker, and if he blocks with anything, I'm probably just going to use Valor Stance to make it indestructible and pump it. And we still have this other Valor Stance, a bunch of Disdainful Strokes. We're at a really high life total. Another Stoke on top. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's playing super smart here with his Dromoka's command, but he might just be too far behind to get enough use out of it. If he does have something like Anger here, alright, so we can actually just use this to protect it. I think I'm cool with that. And then now if he uses Dromoka's command to try to fight it, we'll just stoke. I do want to keep it alive since we can just cast another Treasure Cruise. Alright, so we're going to start off by trying to stoke his guy. If he tries to fight Seeker, and well, let's see what he does first, and then we'll talk about it. Because we have a lot of lines here. If he tries to fight Jace, we can just flip it. I keep tapping these Shivan Reefs, I don't know why. This Just habit, I guess. Clicking fast. Fast and loose. So I'm thinking he's just gonna go prevent and then fight. Alright, so he's... yeah, prevent the damage and then fighting the token. I think that's okay. No, we need to tap this token for the second stoke. Okay, well, he just conceded. He was dying to my Jace flipping plus another stoke, blah, 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 blah. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and do the conclusion. We'll be right back with that.